All right, I've got a lot of thoughts in my head right now, and I'm not really sure where this conversation is really going to go. Conversation to myself, to you guys, right? I know I want to talk about sacrifice and taking risks and also like the whole mindset of how normal do you want to have, how normal do you want your life to be, and that's in proportionate to the amount of risks and sacrifice you take. I'll start off with risks, right? Because people take the wrong risks in life. They take the, oh man, it's a bit bright, isn't it? Look at this, I can turn it down. People take the wrong risks in life. You see lots of boys, teenagers, males my age, spend money on getting nice cars, nice clothing, things that are well outside their means, right? They finance cars and they're left paying 9%, 12% interest on a car just for appearances, right? Because they think that that status symbol will benefit them both short and long term. You see it with even women, right? Just spending money on handbags and things like that to convey a status symbol, a presence. When all it does is it impresses the people that are on the same level, right? That's not the main point of this. The main point is, I'll give you my example. So I believe if you don't want a normal life, if you don't want a 9-to-5 job, if you don't want to go down the traditional route of life and have a mediocre life where you don't experience the things that you really dream and want to experience. If you don't want that, you need to take the right risks and you need to push for it quickly. Especially when you're young, I believe it benefits you even more, but it doesn't matter what age you are. And I'll give you my example, right? So I've started a business. I've started my business and it's soon going to be released. I'll announce it all on this. But with the money that it's costed me to start this business that I am passionate about and that I genuinely believe I'm providing value with, and it's a product, right? And that I genuinely believe that it makes me proud and it benefits me and it will benefit me long term. I'm hoping. It could fail, of course, touch wood. Like anything, it could fail. But the cost to start this up, I could buy another car with this, I could buy a boat, I could travel a lot more. I could do a lot of things with this money. Like most men my age would upgrade their car, they would customize their car, they'd do all these things, when instead I'm deciding to spend it on costs, right? On COGS, on all the stuff associated with starting this business. And it's a lot of money and it could fail, right? And it doesn't have any it doesn't have as much intangible value in terms of endorphin rushes and that immediate gratification. It's a long-term thing, but it's a risk I'm willing to take because I refuse to settle for living a mediocre life. I refuse to have regret over failure. I don't want to follow the path of working for someone and doing a job for the next 20 years and working my way up and being on someone else's timeline and helping someone else achieve their goals. I want to be at the forefront of things. I want to obviously work hard, I understand that, but I want to be on my stuff. I want to be on my passion, and I think it's also a sense of pride of doing your own thing, and I think it's a sense of maturity as well. And it's a growth, right? It's a part of growth. I think it's not necessary, but starting your own business and doing your own thing is you're forced to grow. I've been forced to to learn so many skills and to grow in so many aspects of my life, with the way I present myself, with my my demeanor, my mindset, my approach to life, my skills in analyzing companies and suppliers and things like that, and my proactiveness, my initiative, and that reflects in every aspect of my life now, right? And so I'm doing this, and it's going to take a hit. It's going to hurt, right? Money wise. But I'd rather fail than regret. And this is applied to every aspect of my life, of just going out of my comfort zone. Out of my comfort zone is my comfort zone. And I think the biggest fear is to settle. And it's not a fear, right? I enjoy this process. I enjoy every aspect of my life, and no matter what path my life goes down, I'm going to try to be grateful and appreciate it, right? But I think everyone's afraid of taking that risk that will propel them to their dream life, or their ideal life. Do that button up. Everyone's afraid of taking that risk. And I'm starting to learn that 90% of this growth and of a non-mediocre life just comes from taking that risk, right? There's a reason why so many people live mediocre lives, and there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people like this comfort. But a lot of reason why they're there isn't because of luck or hard work or anything, because I know a lot of people that work a lot harder for someone else than people that have very successful businesses, or just people that have businesses in general, right? So I don't think it's a matter of that. I think it's a matter of the biggest thing that's stopping people is that risk. Just like me with uploading these videos, it's a risk, right? I'm putting myself out there. I'm exposing myself. It's on the internet. It's on here forever. People can see this, and people will see this. Like all you guys are right now. You're listening to my voice, and you're getting to know me. It's intimidating. It's a very big risk. If you really think about it, it's a very big challenge and a very big risk to do all this. Anyone can see this. Anyone that knows me can see this. But it's a valued risk that I'm willing to take, because I know the ramifications from this, how much it could benefit and propel my life if it does succeed. And if I put in the work, it should statistically succeed, right? So off the back of this, I could grow a social audience, and if you're looking at it in a materialistic value, obviously the non-materialistic is I get to have a voice, I get to inspire people, I get to connect with people that have similar mindsets, and as well just promote myself and promote a new message and create. I think that's the biggest one, create. But on a materialistic level, I could gain an audience, which leads to status and money, and I think that's a very important part of success in today's day and age. Is it's a very materialistic world, and I think if you want to have the tangible life that you want to achieve, I think it's somewhat of a necessity to have a personal brand and to take risks such as these. And look, it took me a few years to build up the courage and build up the character and personality to be able to do this. Just like it took me a few years to train consistently in the gym and be skinny and take on the shame and all that stuff before I got a respectable physique. And it took me a while to start this business, and it took money to save to start this business, right? So I think, but then you see people my age spending the same amount of money on a new car, a brand new car, or on alcohol, or on smokes and drugs and stuff, what does it do? It provides short-term benefit for sure. You feel good, you get that gratification, you might get that attention, right? I've never struggled with that, with using things as status. Obviously, if I was driving around in a really nice car, say brand new Mercedes or Lexus or Audi, or even better, right? If I was driving around that at my age, by getting finance and whatnot, of course it's going to benefit me in the short term. But do I rather be that 21-year-old driving around in a brand new BMW M3 or whatever it is, which I do love the G80s, but just for an example, would I rather be that person, or would I rather be the man who starts a business and in 3 years' time is driving around in a Ferrari? Or even if I don't get there, would I rather be the person that has my own freedom and my own time, and I'm not working for someone and I'm not playing the slow, long game of being a slave? I'd much rather that life. I don't want that. I don't want to be a slave. And I want my wage to be dictated by me, no one else. So yeah, I've kind of gone around in circles, and I'm just throwing ideas and thoughts around. But I really do hope you understand where I'm coming from. Without risk, there is no reward, and without the right risk, there is no reward. And I think you can't wait for things. You just need to take a plunge. Your mind will come up with many excuses of why not now, but the truth is, you just got to do it now. And obviously, be smart with this. Don't take stupid risks, right? But a true risk isn't something that's stupid. It's something that's not actually that difficult at the end of the day. But it's like going to the gym every day. But if you say getting a great body is really hard or whatever, well, yeah, if you try to do it overnight, if you try to go 0 to 100, but small risks every day, small actions every day, plunges every day out of your comfort zone, that's how you get somewhere. And I hope to show this in my journey. I hope you watching will see this in my journey over the next few years of how much I've grown. I wish I did this earlier, because you would literally see me grow from such a different person like a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. People who see me now from school or whatever, I know they talk about me, and I know they see me because they see my social media, they see my lifestyle and the things I'm doing, and the person I've become, and the person I attract, people I attract, I should say, and just who I've become. And it's all a means of taking risks and also putting in the work as well, right? So I have so much hope and faith for the next chapter of my life and the next step in taking this risk, and it just propels me again. And it's so exciting, and it's so fun, and I hope a lot more of you that are listening will be willing to take that risk, because you'll look back otherwise, I believe, and the things that really eat away at you is the regret of not doing things rather than the failure of doing things. And I've learned this myself. Whether it's traveling overseas and working there for 6 months and living there, if it's a dream, do it. If it's a risk, do it. Out of your comfort zone should be your comfort zone. Out of your comfort zone is your comfort zone. So yeah, I hope this message helps any of you who needed to hear this. I think it should be a very consistent reminder, because I don't want you to short sell yourself, to think less of yourself and become less and be less than what your potential is. I've already exceeded my expectations of my potential now. 14-year-old Jake wouldn't even think I'd be like this right now. I'm so grateful for myself, and I'm so proud of myself. I really am. but I have such a long climb and such a fun climb to go, and I hope in the next 3 years again, or next year or a few months from now, I'll be looking at myself in awe of what I've done and who I've become again, and I want to be thinking constantly, I never thought I'd be capable of these things, because every year that goes by, my boundaries just keep extending, and they keep growing of what my potential is. And I want you to know this too. I want you to experience this, because it's such a cool part of life, and it's such a fun part of life. It's a part of the game. But don't also forget the shortfalls, right? Don't forget to enjoy the journey, and to be conscious and aware of each moment of the day. Don't get caught up in your whirlwind of the game. Still be present, right? It's easy to get sucked in. It happens to me sometimes. I've got to realign. I've got to be like, whoa, just enjoy it, right? Enjoy your life. Be grateful for the things you have right now. But yeah, it's a bit of a long video actually. I didn't expect it to go this long, but I hope my message was clear, and for the last time, thank you. Bye.